a day in the life of or something like that. Going to a doctor, a psychiatrist in Union. Whoa, easy now. In Union, I've been there before about, 2 years ago. And, I was going through a depressive state. It was just bad. It was really bad. I recovered from that, but I'm going for an evaluation, basically, about, the Trinitas Medical Center and, Hunterdon Hospital as well, their center. But that's when I first was diagnosed, I believe, in Hunterdon, And then through the years, I would tell people I'm bipolar, this and that. But, Trinitas diagnosed me as a schizophrenic. And they say I'm paranoid, I'm illogical. They stated that multiple times. To the point where I'm not signing that. I'm not signing up to that. I don't know if the last one they still managed to squeeze I'm illogical. Because what? How am I illogical? They have no concrete evidence. They have no concrete statements, no proof of that. It's just their word against mine. And they could take away my freedom anytime they want to, and also they could inject me with chemicals that disguise as medicine to help healing, which they're not, that could, hurt me in the long run. So I had to protect myself, and, I had to, get an actual opinion of a doctor, and, ask him why do they think that, and in his, and I want to go through tests or questions to, get a real diagnosis, and, just basically just to clear my name of that, disease. I don't believe I'm schizophrenic. Am I haunted with psychosis? Oh yeah, you better believe, but that's not schizophrenia entirely. And as far as being paranoid, I went through abuse and harassment by none other than the Roy Police Department, which is right here. Hey, how are you? Yeah, all right. Hang in there, buddy. Not that cold. It's like, how is that fucking paranoia? I'm not even paranoid by them, but they come to your fucking house 3 times. The second time, they were just like, basically I felt like, I just felt anxious, and just, I was like, I wanted them to leave my property and stuff like that. And how am I paranoid? I was just, I was actually the most sedated one, not sedated, but I was the calmest one in there, and just under, empty words of Trinitas, Regional Medical Center or Behavioral Health, and I'm not gonna subjugate myself to that. They could put anything on paper. A lot of times they spell these things wrong on their little paper. They just misspelled a lot of stuff, and I confronted him on that, and they start smiling. They're just so negligent. They're in love with ignorance. To them, ignorance is bliss, is the best thing in the world. They love stupidity, and they love just barbarianism, savagery. There's savages in there. And I'm not gonna respect a word of a savage. You gotta prove yourself right. Just because you have a title and you have power behind that, that's all it is. Doesn't make you any right or logical or moral. So I'm not gonna play by their game. I'm not gonna. If I go in there again because I argue with somebody, then I'll go in there again. But I just think it's absolutely ridiculous. The criteria that they put people in there is absolutely ridiculous. It's so immoral that it's unbelievable. I don't know why they even exist. Anyway, I'm going in there, and I think it's like over $100 for the visit, which is fine. I just want to get a real diagnosis of my mind, and and what I'll see what he says. And it's like, you gotta go shopping for doctors, this and that. It's a quick visit because I called yesterday. There's a lot of them that will see you like in a month or weeks in advance, because they're all so busy. So it's very discouraging. But you gotta be patient with it. I was gonna go for breakfast, but I said, I got some gas. I think I got like $12 of gas. So I am going to go see that it's 11 o'clock. I might go for coffee to the same place I went last time, because it was really good coffee. I'm not gonna say it wasn't as strong as Starbucks. It was very tasty, and it was just like their generic brand. I might go for a cappuccino. I might go for a cappuccino. Maybe latte does have plenty of milk. I might try their cappuccino, see how that's like. I have water, coffee, smoke, so I think I'm okay for now. Try not to indulge in too much fattening breakfast nonetheless. Months prior I was never really into that. You go to these places like psychiatric or the hospital. Yeah, in Trinidad the food was somewhat decent, but you get to eating these meals and you gain weight. You just keep gaining weight. I feel like just not enough exercise, not enough movement, and the fattening foods. Although the food wasn't that fattening, I found it was good, but I didn't want to be there to begin with. If I wouldn't go there for the food. Although it does help, because if you have horrible food, it just depresses you. It's like it does wear your mentality down. I wonder how many people get just depressed, sad in there, and they get diagnosed with depression. It's just so ridiculous. It's like you perpetuate a disease of the mind into the world, and then you try to diagnose people with it after you did it. It's like you're committing a crime, and you label the victim a criminal. Pretty much what that is. That's a good analogy about it. And I am trying to raise some money. I am, maybe I shouldn't talk about it, but I am trying to sue Trinidas. I am going to take them to court. And, it's like it's the Trinidas Healthcare Corporation that I found on their business profile. It's just a one minuscule business profile. Maybe I got to double, triple, quadruple check it if that's their, actual name, because, I don't want to get paperwork mixed up. I don't want to be in a long paperwork. They have multiple names: RWJ Barnabas, Trinidas Regional Medical Center, Trinidas Behavioral Health. Obviously, it's I don't know if I should go after a particular doctor, or I should just sue them as a whole organization. Because if I sue them a whole organization, they could. I'm pretty sure they could push back, fight back. It's not so much about the money, although I'm pretty sure that's the way I should go about, just at least to get it out there. Because I really want to, get out there just to make my presence known. I want to see people for what they really are. I want there to be a court case and no undisclosed amount. I'll tell you, I know it's not about the money. Disclose everything. I want that to be in the forefront. I want to show them what they really are and prove and show footage of how the facial mannerisms and the words they use. Because, they're absolutely ridiculous, especially their doctors. I mean, even the I don't know if it was real, the psychiatric core personnel, the Union County, their so-called, not pro bono lawyers, but the defense attorneys, they're absolutely dumb. And they can't be that stupid. They just, they're just ridiculous, So I would love to, show how I don't want to say goofy they are, but just ignorant and stupid, and they perpetuate a criminal agenda. Also, it's an attack on the human mind and minds, actually. Because how many people they violate over, years. And, they get a lot of good money. They have nice paychecks. I'm pretty sure they're living well on account of our suffering. And just, that's got to be stopped. I won't allow it. And they're not the only ones, I bet, Because there's plenty. I've been in Cornerstone. There's other ones that say they're even worse. It's actually horrendous, is what that is. I just don't understand how it could go on, And piece by piece, step by step, Because, I'm not going to be playing toy with. And, once you're in there, they just, they think they have power, this and that. It's after a while you realize you got to play their game. You can't, by myself, I'm not going to sign the paperwork that I'm a schizophrenic because, your goofy doctor over there just fucking, needs some golf clubs, or needs a new renovation on his house in Piscataway. All right, buddy, come on, let's go. And, they get you in there, well, you're agitated. Well, you're the one agitating me. So before I wasn't agitated, I was angry. Then it's saying I have anger issues, because I explain why, And it'll probably get on that case that I was mean to what? People that are just criminals. You know, so you don't respect justice, you don't respect the law, you don't respect anything. It's pretty much what that is, and I want to showcase that, you know. As far as the name, Goofy Dr. Lip, Pussy Lips, I'm gonna let that go. I'm just keep it in the vlogs. Obviously, you know, if there's a court case, I'm not gonna say it to his face, although I think I did in a little court case, you know, Goofy Pussy Lips, because, you know, he was looked like my mom when she's smiling when, you know, you prove her wrong and she realized she's an idiot. You know, it was just a goofy smile. Never seen anything like that. Actually, you know, I have. Quiver Lips, Garcia over there. You know, he goes like, just something simple. Especially when you say Quiver Lips, just it was the bottom one. It's the chin. What an idiot! He didn't know it. You know, it's just like, and I want to collect these people. So if I go in there, I just hope I see him again. I make him do it. I only did it once. I just feel like, you know, I let myself down. I thought I could do it more. I didn't see that. I was like, wow. You know, just like, you do it like that. It's like a not a blowfish, but like a fish that just gonna pull, like you pull it back, skin back. It's like wow. They're like 2 inches on top and 2 inches on bottom, man. It's like a molding. just stable to his mouth. It's so rude. But yeah, Pussy Lips over there. You know, he just I already talked about it. They ignore you in the holes. You know, it's like, you know, everybody's waiting to talk to the doctors. Nerve-wracking. They hear all your business. Everybody hears your business, and it's absolutely ridiculous. You know, it's a form of negligence and, you know, classlessness and just, you know, recklessness what they exuberate. You know, so I'm not gonna put up with that. But as far as detaining people and people fighting that, I'm not schizophrenic, I'm not gonna take that. And they were quiet. They weren't like, you know, acting crazy. And you would see them, it's like, well, you know, he's angry about, you know, like being in there. You know, and he's just, you know, he wants, he or she, they want to get out of there. It's like they've been there for 2-3 weeks, man. Like, and there's nothing going on in them that you would say they're disturbed. You know. So, and then the moment you stand up for yourself about the meds, it's like they inject you with more meds or they give you more pills to the point where just like you feel subdued, but it's just you get angrier. You know, because you start to feel the side effects. And the side effects are, you know, they're not all that nice, you know. You just feel hurt. Also, they try to say to me that I was withdrawn. That I was withdrawn from the group, which all your groups are a bunch of idiots that harassed me there. And this girl was threatening me, and the guy said he's gonna kill me or something with, like, you know, he has guns and shit. Like, what the fuck you want me to do? Just kiss his ass? Because I'm not a whole bitch like the rest of you fucking homos? I mean, you're a retard. You know, you can't perpetuate that fucking lie. And I was going to groups, just I wasn't there singing and dancing to YouTube videos like an idiot. You know? You guys are a bunch of fucking little geeks, bro. And I wasn't withdrawing. I was just doing my thing. And, you know, the thing that, you know, astounded me is, like, you know, they check on people when it's in the room, this and that. And it's like, all right, I'm in my room, but what? I'm sleeping? You know, are you going to write that down? Am I being productive? Why don't you talk about your staff just, you know, trying to find me on the toilet and, like, you know, peeking at people that are on the toilet? I mean, you guys are gross. You're disgusting. You know, that's a form of sexual harassment or something. Prove it that you weren't fantasizing about my naked body and you were acting on it. I'd like to open a case about that, and I'd like to bring other people, consider if they want to get into that. You know, because it's absolutely, that's just disturbing. You're the disturbing ones. You have a lot of sexual, hidden, suppressed agendas there, bro. And some of the females were like that too. Absolutely horrendous. Disgusting what they are. You know, it's like, go, you know, after work, do whatever you do sexually, and don't bring that to, you know, to the hospital, man. Even when they in the ER, they're like that as well. They're creepy, you know. Absolutely disgusting. It's like, you know, they get away with it. They get away with it, I bet. You know, it's like, how do you even have a job, man? Especially in a place like that when people feel vulnerable, you know. You're laying in bed and you're like, what? You're going to think about twice about falling asleep? You know, I didn't care so much about the people that are in there. It's about their staff. You know, I felt creeped out. Like, what if they touch you or something like that, you know? I mean, just fucking horrible. But you know, say I'm agitated because, you know, I don't want to be sexually manipulated by people or stared at on the toilet. Fucking idiot. You know? Your little society of norm is the society of abnormality and disorder on a normal, healthy human mind. It's what you really are. You know, you're the type of guy that gets put in movies and you look like the villain. Except, and when I was watching, I was like, well, probably they existed in like 60s. That's what a lot of times they concentrate those movies in. You know, show the movies in right now. Show reality. Go in there and record these fools. Sneak in a cell phone. There are people probably sneaking cell phones. Sneak in there and record these idiots. You know? That's what I would do. And a lot of times they don't even check what you brought in. I mean, they're just like so reckless to the point where it's like, you know, someone could really bring in something dangerous. You guys are, you know, you guys not only you're a menace, you just, you know, you don't know how to protect yourself. Oh, it's a fire hydrant. Well, don't want to block the fire hydrant, do I? Let me see. The usual. I am going for coffee. This is paid parking. This is Westfield, so, you know, I do have, I believe, a quarter, so, squeezing in the mud. It's a Grand Cherokee, baby. Anywho, time to go for coffee. Second one of the day. Yep.